Good morning, students. Welcome back to the microprocessor and microcontroller online class. Today we are going to continue the topic that is called 8255 PPI. It is an integrated circuit which is going to interface 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices. PPI stands for Programmable Peripheral Interface. Programmable Peripheral Interface. That means it is an IC which can be programmed by the programmer such that it can interface the 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices. Input output devices nothing but keyboard, printer, some monitor, some CRT, and all these comes under the input output devices. Here the question comes that what is the necessity to make use of 8255 PPI in order to make the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices, because input output devices is going to have the some set of manufacturing, some set of activities, some set of speed it can have. In order to match all these things with the 8086 microprocessor, a device need to interface, a device need to connected between the 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices, so that this device is going to get the synchronization of all the activities between the 8086 microprocessor and input output devices. So 8255, it is an IC which has been produced by the Intel, and PPI stands for Programmable Peripheral Interface. It is an IC which is going to make the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices. It is going to provide the compatibility. It is going to provide the compatibility between the 8086 microprocessor to the input output devices. That is about the introduction of 8255. As we know, this 8255, it is an integrated circuit and it can be programmed by the programmer such that it can make the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices. So that it is an IC. In the last class we have discussed some of the features of this 8255. It is 40 pin integrated circuit. It is having the 40 pin, and in the 40 pins 24 pins acts as input output ports. That means what? These 24 pins based on the program that can access either input or output. This can access either input or output, such that these 24 pins are named as IO ports. IO stands for input output port, and these IO ports are divided into three groups again, A, B, C. That means what? Port A0 to port A7, 8 pins. Port B0 to port B7, that is port B. Port C0 to port C7, that is 8 more, that is port C. So that it is divided into, these 24 pins are divided into 3 more ports, that are port A, port B, port C. And we know that this 8255 can be operated, that is 8255 programmable peripheral devices can be operated in two modes. One is input output mode, another one is BSR mode. BSR stands for bit set reset mode. Bit set reset mode. The last one is a very important one. This 8255 pin is going to have the 8-bit control register. It is going to have the 8-bit control register so that it can access the data of 8-bit, because internally this 8255 PPI is having the 8-bit register, that is control register, so that it can access the data. It can access the data based on, it can access the data, that is 8-bit of data it can access. And here we are having the 3 ports, right? We are having the 3 ports, port A, port B, port C. Port A, port B, port C we are having, and along with the control register we can divide into 4. This is 1, 2, 3 and this is 4. And based on the two signals that is A0 and A1, the last class we have discussed the pin diagram, that is 40 pins we have discussed, in which you can find the A0 and A1. If A0 and A1 both are zeros, then port A will be selected. If A1 is 0 and A0 is 1, that is 0, 1, then port B will be selected. Then if A and B, A0 and A1 are, this is about 1, 0, the port C will be selected. Whenever both A are 1, 1, then it is going to access the control register. Anyway, we are going to discuss the same in this session. Now, we are going to discuss about the functional. We are going to discuss about the functional diagram of 8086, functional diagram of 8255 PPI. PPI stands for, PPI is nothing but it is a programmable peripheral interface. It is an integrated circuit which can make the interfacing, of 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices, so that it is named as interface circuit. It is an interface circuit and it can interface the peripheral nothing but input output, and this is a programmable device, so that it is called programmable peripheral devices. And we know that it is a 40 pin integrated circuit, and which is packaged in DIP. This is nothing but dual in line package. That means what? We are having IC in the IC technologies. In the fabrication of ICs can be packaged, IC can be packed into some various technique. By using the various techniques, any IC can be packaged. And in one particular, in that methods, we are getting this 8255 PPA with the IC packaging technique, that is nothing but DIP, that is dual in line package. So that this is a 40 pin integrated circuit, and all the 40 pins are categorized into this area. That means what? We are going to have the 3 ports. What are the 3 ports we are having? Port A, port B, port C. This is port B, this is port A, and these two are combinedly port C. Total, this is port A, port B, port C. Totally, this can have the 24 IO ports. Ports is nothing but pins only. IO means what? The same pin access input and as well as output, so that these are bidirectional ports. These are bidirectional. The arrow is indicating that these ports are bidirectional, that can access the data, that can take the data into the 8255, and that can take the data from the 8255 to the interfacing device. So that these are bidirectional. These are bidirectional ports. Just now I have explained that based on the selection of this address pins A0 and A1, then any one particular port is going to selected, and so that, for example, A0, A1 both are 0 zeros. That means what? This port A will be selected. This combined named as what? It is a port A. How many pins are there? How many ports are there for this one? This is 8 ports are there. 8 pins are there. If A1 and A0, if A1 is 0 and A0 is 1, so that port B will be selected. This will be selected, so that this can be used either input or output based on the given program. So that how many pins are there? This is port B with the 8 more pins. And whenever A1 and A0, A1 is 1, A0 is 0, that is 1, 0, so that port to C will be selected. Port C is nothing but it is port C0 to C3, port C4 to C7, so that totally again these are 8 pins again. And one more combination is we have, that is for A1 and A0, that is 1, 1. Whenever these signals are getting the 1, 1 from the input output devices or the microprocessor, then it is going to select the control registers which are there in the 8255 PPI. We know that one of the important feature of 8255 PPI is what? It is a 8, it has the 8-bit control register so that it can access the data and it can give the data and it can read the data and it can write the data into the memory by making use of this register, that is 8-bit register, so that this 8255 can handle the data of 8 bits. This can handle the data of 8 bit because it is internally having the control register which is having the width of 1 byte is equals to 8 bits, so that it can access the data of 8 bit, that is D0 to D7, and this data bus is also bidirectional. That means what? That 8255 can read the data from the memory and that can write the data into the memory. That means what? It is a bidirectional one. So total these 40 pins, these total 40 pins here, this is how many? This is 24, and this is what? This is how many? This 24 plus 8, that is 32 is completed, and remaining we have to discuss, that is about the remaining 8 ports we have to discuss. Out of the 40 pins, 24 pins access the ports, input output ports based on the user program that can be accessed input or output, and here these all are having the bidirectional bus. And coming to here, this is having the internally the control register with the wide of the 8-bit register so that it can read the data or it can handle the data of 8 bits, so that it is having D0 to D7. The next bits we are going with this is about VSS. VSS is nothing but, obviously we can call it is ground. All the negatives has to be grounded, and this VSS is nothing but ground. And next one is VCC. VCC is nothing but it is the applied voltage for the integrated circuit. In general, this is about plus 5 volts of DC. Why we are mentioning it is DC? Because it is an integrated circuit. It is nothing but it is a semiconductor device. Semiconductor device can be biased with the DC voltage only, so that we have been applying the 5 volts of DC to make it on, that then only it is going to interface with the 8086 microprocessor with input output devices. This is plus 5 volts. And coming to the chip select, this is nothing but CS. CS is nothing but it is a active low signal, it is chip select signal. That means what? It is chip select is nothing but it is making on and off of a device or an integrated circuit. It simply acts as enable pin. It is simply acts as the enabling of the integrated circuit, that is 8255, so that it is active low means whenever it takes the 0, then now it will be enabled such that it can interface the 8086 microprocessor with the any input output devices. CS is nothing but it is chip select. It is chip select. That means what? Whenever that chip select signal is 0, whenever that chip select signal is 0, then only it is going to ready for the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output device. That is about chip select. Reset is nothing but terminating all the current operation, terminating all the current functions of 8255. It is nothing but it is a reset. By giving reset is equals to 1, it is an active high signal. It is an active high signal. Whenever by giving the reset is equals to 1, and this 8255, that is programmable peripheral device, is going to terminate all the current operation, current functions, such that it is going to ready for the new operation, new interfacing or new data exchange between the microprocessor and the input output devices. This is reset. Reset, this is nothing but it is active high signal. It clears the control register and set all the ports in the input mode. It sets all the ports in the input mode because it terminates all the current operations, such that it sets all the inputs, all the ports in the input mode. All the ports will be input mode. That means what? They are going to accept the input. And coming to the read, next we are going with this completed. This is address lines, that is A0 and A1 address lines. A0 and A1, that is nothing but these are the internal address, and by going with the various values of internal address, we are going to select any one particular port, that is port A for 00, port B for 01, port C is for 10 and 11, that control register will be selected. And coming to the next pin, that is active low read signal. That means what? This control signal enables the read operation. That means what? Whenever it takes logic 0, whenever it takes the logic 0, this 8255 programmable peripheral device is going to read the data or instructions from the memory. It is going to read the data or instructions from the memory or from the microprocessor. And coming to the right, it is also active. That means what? Whenever this control signal is active low, then that is going to write some of the data into the memory or some of the instructions into the memory, and such that these operations are going to make very important role while you are going to interface the 8086 microprocessor with the 8255 PPI. Read is nothing but it is a control, enables the read operation. When the signal is low, the processor reads the data from the selected IO ports of the PPI. And coming to the right, this control signal enables the write operation. When this signal is low, the processor writes the data into the selected IO ports. Likewise, you can go with the description of each pin whatever there in 8255. That means what? Ports are how many? Ports, then we are having the port A plus B plus C is 24 pins. How many data pins we have? Data pins, that is bidirectional data pins, these are 8. These total 32 pins are bidirectional pins only, in which internal address are what? Internal address A1 and A2 are 2. That means what? 32, 34. And again power signals are what? Power signals are 2, that is nothing but power signals are 3 we have, that is VCC, VSS and ground also. So that these are 3. Ground also we can have this. Then the reset signal, reset is going to have, and chip select we are going to have. Then the read and write we are having, such that we can have all the 40 pins of the 8255 PPI, and we are going to have the architecture, internal architecture of 8255 PPI, and I am going to explain that internal architecture of 8255 PPI. And with this architecture of 8255 PPI and the 8255 PPI programmable peripheral device is going to complete it. And in the material, whatever I have prepared the material for all the 5 units, you are having some modes of operations of 8255 PPI also. What are the modes of operation we have from the 8255 PPI? There are 2 modes, that is IO mode and the BSR mode, in which the BSR mode is important, and from this you can expect one question. Anyway, whatever the things are required, I have explained, that is in the material, so that go through that material, and such that you can understand easily the bit set reset mode. Then I am going to explain the internal architecture of 8255 PPI now. Yeah, this is the architecture of 8255 PPI. So architecture is nothing but it is an internal structure of the 8255. It is a block diagram of 8255. 8255, it is a programmable peripheral device which can interface the 8086 microprocessor to the input output devices. That means what? Here this is completely IC, and here we are having the microprocessor we are having. Then microprocessor we are going with the 8086 microprocessor. Here we are having 8086 microprocessor. It has to be interfaced with some input output devices. Here I can go with some input output devices. So that means what? It is an integrated circuit. This is totally 8255 PPI. It is a programmable peripheral interface. It is making the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices. And we have discussed the features of 8255. 8255, it is an 40 pin integrated circuit packaged in dual in line package, and it can have the 3 ports, that is 24 pins are acts as input output port based on the program, and that is divided into port A, port B, port C, and again it is having the control register, 8-bit control register, so that it can access the 8-bit of data, and it can be operated in two modes, that is IO mode and the bit set reset mode. Now all these are, we have discussed the features of 8255 PPI. Now we are going to see all those things in the internal structure. Unknowingly, all these points we have covered in the pin diagram of 8255 only. But we are going to study internal parts, that is the internal structure of 8255, that is nothing but architecture of 8255 or block diagram of 8255, that can be asked for 10 marks in the exam. That means what? After drawing this one, again you should go with the explanation of the pin description only, or the features only, and the operation only. So nothing new. Here we are having how many ports we have? We have the 3 ports, that is port A, port B, and port C. This is port A. How many pins? Port A is with the 8 pins. This is 8 pins. And the port B is also 8 pins. And this port C is divided into 2 groups, that is upper lines group and the lower lines group. Upper lines is nothing but PC4. P stands for port and C is nothing but it is a group. That is port C from 4 to 7, 4 lines, and port C from 0 to 3, that is 4 lines. So totally 4 plus 4 is equals to 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24 lines can act as input output port. These are the bidirectional. These can act as input output port. This is input, this can be input and output. 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 So that based on the program, this 8255 is going to serve these ports either input and output. And these will be connected to input output devices. If the programmer is programmed to ask the port A is for the input, so that it can access the data from the input device. If the programmer is programmed 8255 port A to access output, so that it will give the data to the output device. So that these 3 are nothing but port A, port B, port C. These 3 are bidirectional buses, so that this can access so that these port A, port B, port C is nothing but these are the bidirectional ports, so that these can serve as input and output, so that these can be interfaced, these can be connected to the IO devices. These are the bidirectional, and so that group A is a bidirectional. It can access the system bus bidirectional. This is bidirectional. This is bidirectional. This is also bidirectional. And this group A and upper lines, group A and upper lines of group C will be controlled by a group A. See this one, this is a group A. It is going to control this group A and upper lines of group C. And group B here, group B is going to control the group B ports and the group C lower line ports. And this is, and coming to this one, the 24 is completed here, 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24 is completed. Then coming to the and remaining lines nothing but what? It can access the 8-bit of data, so that 8-bit of data and the data bus also bidirectional, just now we have discussed, so that data bus buffer, this is a data bus buffer, it is a bidirectional one. It can access the data and it can give take the data and it can give the data, it can read the data and it can write the data, so that it is bidirectional, so that it is a bidirectional data bus. How many lines it can give? It is having the D0 to D7, and these lines from these D0 to D7 lines from the system bus of the microprocessor. It is nothing but it can take this D0 to D7 from the system bus of the 8086 microprocessor, that is 8086 microprocessor. Then this is 24 and this is 832 is completed, and remaining pins we have discussed just now, and that remaining pins comes under read, write and control logic. Read, write and control logic. And remaining how many? That is 24 plus 832 plus these are 8. And here we are not describing that VCC and ground and the VSS, and remaining is what? 5. Remaining 5 all are mentioned here. This is read operation. read operation, whenever it is active low, it is going to read the data. It is going to read the data from the any one of this port, That means what? It has taken some data from the input output device such that this port is holding that data, so that whenever it is read, so that it is going to read that data. And write means what? In this case, whenever this is getting the active low signal, it is going to one particular port of these 3 ports is going to write the data into the output. And coming to the A1 and A2, we know that these are the internal addresses, so that whenever this is 0, 0, port A will be selected. Whenever this is 0, 1, port B will be selected. This is 1, 0, port C together selected. Whenever this is 1, 1, it is going to select the control register. And the last one is reset, is nothing but just now we have explained, it is going to terminate all the current operation such that all the ports can be set to the input mode. That means what? This is the active high signal. It clears the control register and set all the ports in the input mode, such that you can explain the architecture of 8086 microprocessor. And here we are going to have the some operations, that are 2 operations can be possible from the 8255 PPI. One is IO mode, another one is a bit set reset mode, in which the bit set reset mode is the very, very important one. And we can have the modes of operation from the 8255 PPI. Intel 8255 can be programmed to operate the 2 modes. We know that BSR mode and IO mode. As we know, Intel 8255 contains the control port, that is 8-bit. With the group A, this is control port is nothing but group A. Here we are going to have the control register with the group A control and group B control, and such that port ABC, that means what? This port ABC can be controlled with the control, that is control A and control B. A control word is a MSB1 configures like that. You can we are going to discuss the modes of operation of 8255 in the coming class, and with the discussion of modes of operation of 8255, and this 8255 is going to completed with the 2-3 classes. With the 2-3 classes we are going to complete the second unit, and for the first mid exam, and syllabus for the first mid exam is about 2.5 units, so that everybody is careful about this 8255 and the architecture of 8255 PPI. Here you should understand that we are having the microprocessor, we are having the input output devices, so that to synchronize the speed of the microprocessor with the input output device, we need to have the interfacing circuit, and that interfacing circuit we are using an integrated circuit. That integrated circuit is what? 8255 PPI. PPI stands for Programmable Peripheral Interface. It is a programmable IC, and it can interface 8086 microprocessor with the input output device. That input output devices sometimes we may call as peripheral, so that it is an IC which can interface 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices, and it makes the synchronization between the operations of 8086 microprocessor with the input output devices. It makes the compatibility between the processor and input output devices, such that it is one of the important integrated circuit which makes the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output device, because the microprocessor is a machine, it standalone cannot make any function. It has to be interfaced with the input output devices. From the definition of the microprocessor functionality, it is clear that microprocessor, it is programmable device. It reads the instructions from the memory. It accepts the data in the form of binary from the input device, and based on the given instructions, the instructions are going to operate on the data such that it will give the output on the output device. That means what? In order to accomplish all these functions, microprocessor has to be connected with the memory to read the instruction. The same microprocessor has to be connected with the input device such that it can accept the data in the binary form, and the same microprocessor has to be connected with the output device such that we can get the output on the screen or the CRT on the printers, etc. So that the microprocessor has to be interfaced with all these input output devices, and here the memory can access input and output, whereas keyboard access the input, whereas the monitor or the CRT or the printer access output, such that in order to accomplish a specific function, the microprocessor has to be interfaced with some input output devices. To achieve the compatibility between the input output devices and the microprocessor, we require to have the interfacing circuit. That interfacing circuit is nothing but 8255 PPI. PPI stands for Programmable Peripheral Interface. It is an integrated circuit which makes the interfacing of 8086 microprocessor with the input output device. With this architecture, pin diagram and pin description and all the things completed for the 8255. In tomorrow class we are going to discuss one operation of 8255 PPI, that is either IO mode or bit set reset mode, and such that this topic will be completed with 2-3 classes, and we are going to successfully complete the second unit. And thank you, students.